Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. And you know I like simple. Jesus taught simple parables. Lincoln taught in simple parables. Simple works. And it struck me this past week, the idea for today's show. And that idea is this: government versus individual freedom. The American experiment was based completely upon you need government, you need a strong central government to do what it does, but in this country, we're going to have all these individual freedoms and we're going to protect ourselves from our government. And as times and years and gone by, we are now in a time period unprecedented in our history, where you have half of this country's politicians and half of the public, allegedly, who want more and more and more government. Why? Why would anybody want more government instead of less government? I'll tell you why. Power. If you're someone who's going to be at the helm of that government, it's power. And if you're somebody who doesn't believe or want that self-reliant spirit and attitude which every American is supposed to have, and you want to sit on your ass and be lazy and let the government or the American taxpayer take care of you, well, you're all for that too. And it's shameful. I was driving around. I took the Angels someplace for their mother this week. And as I drove through a town, I saw so many people, adults, out in the middle of the day, doing nothing, just hanging out. Now, I'm a rational person. I said, well, many of those people might work the night shift. But it struck me how many of those people, more than capable of working, just aren't going to work. Because they're going to get food stamps, they're going to get federal housing, they're going to get money from Joe Biden, the Democrats. And they are cool with playing on their phone, watching television, hanging out every day, moaning and groaning, and not getting a job. Folks, if you want a job, you can get a job. Employers need workers, all kinds of workers. But it just struck me. What is the mindset of somebody who wants more government? Who loves government? What kind of a human being loves government? And the people that work in it, they say they want to be public servants. No, they want a government pension. And let me tell you, last but not least, I want to tell the story. You know the story, the golden goose. You kill the golden goose. They cut up the goose because they thought the golden eggs would be in it. They killed the goose, no more golden eggs. Then you have the giving tree story. Remember the giving tree? Kept cutting, all the way down to the stump where they could sit on it. The giving tree gave all it had. All it had was a stump. There are people in this country right now that just want to keep taking and taking and taking. They want to kill the golden goose. They're going to kill the giving tree, and all we're going to have is a stump left and a dead goose. That's where we're headed. You kill the golden goose. If you're somebody who needs government, well, you go ahead and kill that golden goose. You kill that giving tree, and then see what happens to you. Where is the American self-reliance principles being taught from birth all the way through school? Or is it, you're entitled to get something? And always remember, folks, the money that comes from the government comes from the taxpayers. So if you are, quote unquote, freeloader, you're freeloading from the taxpayers. Why the hell should you freeload and we work? And again, I want to always give the caveat. There isn't one single American that doesn't understand that senior citizens, disabled, mental or physically disabled people, and children all need special compensation. But folks, that ain't what's going on in this country. You got more and more freeloaders. While we keep pulling the wagon, they keep throwing people in the wagon. All the illegal immigrants, those kids, so many of them thrown in that wagon for us to pull. It's wrong. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. You better be careful. More government, more government, more government. You kill the golden goose, you kill the giving tree, and then what the hell are you going to do? What are you going to do when we're bankrupt and you're not going to get your Social Security check? You're not going to get your disability check. You're not going to get your government aid because there's no more to get. And if you don't think that can't happen or will happen, you're crazy. America can fall. It can happen. All great republics, all great empires have fallen. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.